Understanding cell range. A group of selected cells is called a range. The selected cells should be in continuation to form a range. When a range is selected in a worksheet, a rectangular shape is formed. We can use a cell range to perform a calculation on multiple cells. The address of a range is created by using the starting and the ending cell addresses separated by a colon sign. For example, if we have selected the cells from B2 to E3, then the address of the range will be B2:E3. Selecting a range in a worksheet. Perform the following steps to select a range by using the mouse. 1. Click on the first cell from which you want to start the range. 2. Press and hold the left mouse button and drag the mouse diagonally to select the desired range. Release the mouse button on the cell up to which you want to select the range. Naming a cell range. Excel allows us to assign a name to a cell range. This name can be used in place of cell address in formulas. Perform the following steps to assign a name to a cell range. 1. Select the range of cells to which you want to assign a name. 2. Click on the Formulas tab. 3. Click on the Define Name command. 4. Type the name. 5. Click on the OK button. Now, we can use this name in place of cell address in formulas. Data types in Excel. In Excel, there are 3 different types of data that you can enter. These are labels. A label is an important entry in Excel. The label is used to define the information on the spreadsheet, that is, heading of columns, titles, and names. It is any text besides phone numbers, formulas, etc. We do not do any mathematical calculations on labels. Labels are aligned on the left side of a cell. Values or numbers. Values are numeric data on which mathematical calculations are performed. This type of data includes characters 0 to 9 and special characters such as minus, plus, parentheses, divided by, question mark, greater than, less than, percentage. The numbers and characters are always aligned on the right side of the cell. Formula. A formula is a mathematical expression used to do simple and complex calculations of the numeric data inserted in a cell or a range of cells. A formula always begins with an equal sign, example, equal to A2 plus B2. Using formulas to perform calculation. Formulas in Excel begin with an equal sign. When the contents of a cell begin with equal to sign, Excel understands that user has given a formula here. If you don't enter the equal sign, Excel will treat your entry as text and the calculation will fail. To show how formulas work, we'll begin with a simple exercise by selecting blank cell A1. Then type equal to 5 plus 5 and press Enter key. As you press the Enter key, Excel performs the calculation and produces the result as 10 in cell A1. Enter some more formula in other cells and see what results are shown by Excel. 1 is equal to 8 minus 5. 2 is equal to 8 multiplied 5. 3 is equal to 8 divided by 5. 4 is equal to 8 exponent 5. The results will be 3, 40, 1.6 and 32,768 respectively. Some formulas based on Bedmar's rule can be entered as 1 is equal to 8 plus 5 minus 2 plus 3 exponent 2. 2 is equal to 9 by 3 multiplied 4 exponent 2 minus 5. You can also use cell addresses to perform calculation in the following way. Notice that when the cell 1 is selected in the formula bar, shows the formula you just typed. What appears in the cell is the result. What appears in the formula bar is the value, which is a formula in this case. The elements of a formula are references, a cell or a range of cells that you want to use in your calculation. Operators, symbols, plus, minus, multiply, divide, exponent, $sign, percentage, etc. that specify the calculations to be performed. Constants, number or text values that do not change. Copying a formula. There are two methods to copy a formula. Using the fill handle. Step 1. Select the cell that contains the formula. Then position the mouse pointer over the lower right corner of the cell until the black cross appears. Step 2. Drag the fill handle over the cell or cells to which you want to copy the formula, then release the mouse button. Using copy and paste. Step 1. Select the cell that contains the formula and click on the copy command. Step 2. Select the cell or cells that you want to copy to it. A. To copy the formula and any formatting, click on the paste command. B. To copy the formula only, on the Home tab, click on drop-down arrow of Paste command and select Paste Special, and then select Formulas and click on OK button. Order of operation. When performing calculations using a formula, Excel follows certain rules of precedence. Excel calculates expressions within parentheses first. Excel calculates multiplication and division before addition and subtraction. Excel calculates consecutive operators with the same level of precedence from left to right. For example, the formula is equal to 10 plus 10 times 2 gives a result of 30 as Excel multiplies 10 by 2 and then add 10. However, the formula is equal to 10 plus 10 multiplied 2 produces a result of 40. This is because Excel calculates the expression 10 plus 10 within the parentheses first. It then multiplies by 2. If you are unsure of the order in which Excel calculates, use parentheses even if the parentheses aren't necessary. Parentheses also make your formulas easier to read. Cell referencing in formulas and its types. A cell reference is a cell address that can be used in a formula to denote a specific cell. A formula may contain reference of other cells. In such case, the result of a formula depends on the values in the referenced cells. In case you want to make any change in the referenced cells, the result will automatically be changed. To see how this works, enter 10 in cell A1. Now select cell A2 and type is equal to A1 multiplied 2 and press Enter key. The value in cell A2 is 20. If you change the value in cell A1 from 10 to any value, the value in cell A2 will also change. Cell references are especially helpful when you create complex formulas. There are three types of cell references used in Excel: relative, absolute, and mixed. Relative references. In relative reference, you actually refer to cell that is above or below and left or right to a number of rows or columns. When a formula that possesses a relative reference is copied from one cell to another cell, the value in the copied cell also changes. To use the relative cell reference, Perform the following steps. 1. Select the cell that contains the formula in which the reference of other cells is used. 2. Click on the copy command. 3. Select another cell in which you want to copy the formula and click on the paste command. Absolute references. If you wish to maintain the original references as they were, then you should make use of the absolute references. If you want to make the formula retain the original reference when it is copied, then you should precede the column reference and the row reference by a dollar symbol. For example, if you want to give a discount of 10% on each product, then the discount will remain same for all the products. To calculate the amount to be paid, you should add the dollar sign with the cell that contains the discount percentage. In this case, the discount percentage is given in cell D3. Hence, the formula will be, when you copy the formula to the next cell, address of the cell D3 will remain same as shown. Mixed references. A mixed reference is a reference that refers to a specific row or column. It is basically a combination of relative and absolute references. In some situations, you may need to make the cell reference as mixed reference, so that you can lock either a column or a row by preceding it with a dollar symbol. For example, $A1 or $1. References to other worksheets. You can refer to cells in other worksheets within the same workbook just as easily as you refer to cells in the same worksheet. For example, to enter a reference to cell A2 in sheet 2 into cell A1 in sheet 1, do this. 1. Select cell A1 in sheet 1 and type an equal sign. 2. Click the Sheet 2 tab. 3. Click on cell A2 and then press Enter key. Select cell A1 and you will see that it contains the formula is equal to Sheet 2 exclamation A2. The exclamation point separates the worksheet portion of the reference from the cell portion.